Doctor Strange was probably the superhero movie with the most mind-bending science facts ever. Multiverses, out-of-body experiences, mind healing. Well, let's just see what's the science behind Doctor Strange. In the movie, we can see more than once the characters experiencing out-of-body experiences, and you might be thinking, well, those are just spiritual beliefs. There's no way that science can believe or prove such things. But before going into what science thinks about the topic, let's first see what these out-of-body experiences are. Innumerable subjects have reported conscious awareness seemingly separating from the subject's brain and physical body, most typically in patients who have been resuscitated after cardiac arrest. Such patients describe remarkably consistent phenomenology, including visions of a white light, feelings of serenity, conversing with deceased loved ones, life review, and, in some cases, floating out of the body. Somewhat comparable experiences have been reported in various types of meditative and altered states, as well as traumatic psychological events. Medical and scientific experts have maintained that these near-death experiences or out-of-body experiences do not exist and are simply a normal reaction to intolerable stress causing the stimulation of particular brain regions or hallucinations due to hypoxia. This is the most accepted scientific explanation, but there's a theory that lately has slowly been gaining more and more acceptance from the scientific community, and this theory is derived from something called quantum mechanics. To put it in a simple way, quantum mechanics is the branch of physics related to the very small, and its conclusions about the physical world may appear quite strange to the field of traditional physics. For example, one of the major interpretations of quantum theory's implications for the nature of reality is the Copenhagen interpretation that claims that a particle is whatever it is measured to be, but that it cannot be assumed to have specific properties or even to exist until it is measured. I know, you might be wondering, what does this all have to do with the out-of-body experiences? Well, science has perceived that our brain works as a normal computer following the physics principle called locality, which says that each bit of the universe only acts on its immediate surroundings. That means that when one of our neurons fires, it sends a signal to the next neurons and those to the next ones and so on. Like dominoes. No, not that one, these ones. But due to a new theory of the neuroscientist Stuart Hameroff and the physicist Roger Penrose, this might not be the way our brain works. Their theory is based on the fact that structural cylindrical components found in our neurons and almost all of our cells, called microtubules, are perfectly designed to be the cell's onboard computer and process information at a molecular level, allowing the neurons and the brain to function as a quantum computer, performing something that's called entanglement in quantum mechanics instead of the current idea of locality. We're not going to go into the complex concept of entanglement, but basically entanglement says that our neurons could work in a non-locality way, meaning that a neuron can have an effect on a neuron spatially separated. That means that a change in the microtubules in one brain cell can affect the microtubules in another. But also, quantum mechanics claims that every single point in space, even empty space, can contain information. This means that the information in the microtubules can connect with the universe outside the brain. Therefore, this would mean that our consciousness, or souls, are constructed from the very fabric of the universe. So Stuart Hameroff thinks that our consciousness has been in the universe all along, ever since the Big Bang, saying that our consciousness is an integral part of the universe. So, if our brains actually work as a quantum computer, this theory could explain the out-of-body experiences. For example, if your heart stops beating, the blood stops flowing, therefore the microtubules lose their quantum state, and the quantum information located in the microtubules dissipates to the universe. And when the patient is resuscitated, this quantum information goes back to the microtubules. So due to this dissipation of the quantum information or consciousness into the universe, the patient experiences all this: tunnels, encounter with dead relatives, or the out-of-body experiences. I know, all this might sound like it's taken from a science fiction movie, but quantum mechanics explains, and in some cases proves, phenomena that the traditional way of thinking might never explain. So, we can continue to think that these out-of-body experiences are only the results of hallucinations provoked by teas.
What's in that tea? Psilocybin? LSD?
It's just tea.
with a little honey.
Or we could explain these mysterious experiences by the science of quantum physics.
See you next week with a new video.